So, what's going on, guys? For those of you who are new to the channel or whatnot, these are the directors, the producers of the show. They tell us where to be, they tell us how to be. And yeah, if it wasn't for them, we don't know if we'd be able to do any of this stuff.
So, this is Roscoe.
He's the more strict one of the bunch.
He's our supervisor.
For sure.
And this is Potter. Say hi, Potter. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Talk Movies with us here. Back with a behind-the-scenes look at our video making process.
Yes, we've gotten a few requests and some questions. So we are going to kick this video off with our camera and lighting setup, because that was the first question that we kind of got. And then we will go from there.
Yeah, we'll go back to our usual setup and answer a bunch of the questions we got submitted on our Twitter page.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, we have been getting this question a boatload. You know, what kind of equipment do we use or whatnot? I mean, it's not much.
It's very simple.
As you're going to see throughout most of this video, we have pretty basic setup. But yeah, let's show it off. See, this background looks familiar, right?
Yep.
Basically, our background to 97% of our videos. And now we're going to give you a little first-person look at that.
Yes.
So throughout our videos, if you happen to hear this kind of licking sound, this guy is usually by our feet while we film, licking his paws away.
He has some allergies, so this is his favorite thing to do.
And we're just going to show you our first-person look.
So we have our camera set up on a tripod. And there's the camera and our mic. And we have two soft boxes set up on either side. Now, the camera that we are using is an 80D Canon, and we have a Rode mic, if you guys can see. This tripod I've had since college, so I'm not sure if you would be able to find this one per se, but Sunpack is a great company that makes tripods. And the lights, we will try to just put links in the description.
So this is our view every single video. As you can see in the background, that's where the magic happens, and we film 2 feet away from that. So
so the magic happens over there and over here.
Yes. But yeah, MTV Cribs Talk Movies with Us edition.
So we're going to show you guys on the other side, kind of like what it looks like when we're sitting down and whatnot.
Yes.
Okay, so this is our setup from the back. As you can see, the two soft boxes are on light stands, which they did come with. And then, as you peek around, here is our ottoman that actually goes with our couch that in the living room.
Yeah, so it actually works out. It's like the perfect height.
It is. And here's our background. We have mass amounts of pops and Blu-rays.
And that is not all of our Blu-rays. We have a boatload more. But those will be in another video sometime down the road.
Here's a flash of some of the pops.
Yes. Pops everywhere, movies everywhere.
And Roscoe.
And Roscoe licking his paws.
But yeah, guys, now we're just going to set up. And we're going to get to the rest of the questions.
Yes, in our usual setup. And guys, if you happen to be wondering what the secret ingredient is to every single video we do, besides, of course, our pups motivating us every step of the way, this is the thing that basically fuels our fire.
This is our game fuel.
Our game fuel and
Oreos.
These are the secret ingredient right here.
Any type of Oreos.
They're healthy, nutritious, organic, farm to table, just beautiful. So what's up, guys? As you can tell, we are back to business as usual. Sitting on our ottoman, facing that camera.
In our comfort zone.
In our comfort zone. Lights, camera, action. And this is going to be a fun Q&A, a little bit of a different kind of Q&A. It's kind of going to be like a behind-the-scenes look of how we do things on this channel, what software we use, our methods of filming and whatnot, and what works best for us. And we got some questions submitted on our Twitter account, so you know, it's going to be fun. Hopefully, it's useful to anyone watching if you don't have a channel or you already have a channel or want to start one.
So how this all kind of got brought up is YouTube recently made some changes to their policies, and even before that, people would ask us questions like, how do you light your videos? And what kind of camera do you use? How do you edit your videos? So we figured this is a perfect time to kind of let it all out. Kind of, like we said, give you a behind the scenes. Now, this is what works for us. It may not work for you. If we could help somebody, you know, make their channel a little bit better, then...
Yeah, or give someone the kick in the ass to maybe start one, go, hey, I could do this, these two dummies could do it,
Exactly.
we could do it too. That's what this is all about. And, you know, before we kick this thing off, we just want to mention, we do not have all the answers.
Oh, no.
We do not have the whole world figured out, the whole YouTube world figured out by any stretch of the imagination. But this video is basically to maybe inspire or whatever the case may be that, like I said before, if we could do it, you could do it. You know, it's simple. It's a very simple process, and we have a very basic setup, as you saw before, and as you're gonna see throughout our questions. You know, very basic stuff, and it's not hard to make quality videos out of just basic stuff. So we're gonna jump into that, and yeah, these questions. We got some fun questions. So
we got some fun questions.
It's gonna be a good one.
Let's begin.
Let's start it off.
All right. So question number 1. As a fellow 2-person team, we would love to know how you split up your YouTube responsibilities.
Yes.
So yes, being 2 people, obviously not one of us does all of the work.
Nope.
When you're a 1-person team, kudos to you guys, because if I was a 1-person team, I don't think I would be able to do it all.
No, just for the motivation factor alone. We motivate each other so much. Like, let's say if she's not feeling like doing a video and I kind of feel like doing a video, I kind of give her the kick in the ass to want to do the video, and vice versa. You know, so just the motivation factor alone. But the question was, how do we split the responsibilities? I mean...
in terms of our setup, it takes us about 3 seconds to set up. As you saw, it's a camera and 2 soft boxes. So one of us will just set it up while the other's maybe getting ready. But in terms of editing, he usually does the editing of the actual video. I add some of the bells and whistles afterwards, like when you see our little logo pop up with our Patreon and Stardust and all that info. And then... in terms of social media, I would say...
that's you. It's pretty much playing to the strengths of us, because she knows I am psychotic and have OCD when it comes to the editing. She goes, oh, you're so...
I know. I sometimes ask, why are you cutting that? Why are you cutting that? But
it's just, I want everything to kind of flow and just to kind of make it look as great as possible. I know, as do you. So, and I watch very closely, or I at least try to, so... I take care of the editing most of the time, and you are the social media queen.
I do most of the promoting. But you've been jumping in on the Twitter account.
I've been trying. I just made my own personal Twitter, so
yes.
I mean, I'm just starting to learn how to use Twitter, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I know. I've been stuck in the past, but I'm getting up with the times, guys. I am.
Yeah, so when it comes to Twitter posting, Facebook posting on our page, and Instagram with like the thumbnails and whatnot, usually that's me. If I can't do it for whatever reason, he will step in and do it. But that's pretty much how we split up the roles. I mean, it's kind of a joint effort because we both love to do it. I do enjoy editing, but since he is more OCD about it, I let him do it. And
I mean, and most of the time when I'm working and she does an unboxing video alone or whatever the case may be, she'll obviously handle the editing. It's not like, oh, wait till I get home, I have to edit. No. It's, you know, whatever works best. It's kind of like we already have our set ways, so it kind of works.
Question number 2 is a question that we got multiple times, so we're just putting it all into one. How do you make your thumbnails? Are you using a green screen or something else? So when we first started out, you can tell from our very early thumbnails that I used to get rid of the background, and it was just us with like the movie poster in the background and whatnot, and we have kind of reset our ways. So now when you see our thumbnails, this is what you get.
It's our background. We got our movies and pops and all that nerdy stuff.
So we make our thumbnails in Photoshop. That is my preferred software, just because I went to photography school, so I learned how to use it. So we do that, we add some text onto it, add a poster onto it. I never really got the hang of erasing the entire background. I don't know how most of you guys do it, because I only know really of a few ways to do it in Photoshop, and it takes a long time.
Yeah, so we're gonna ask you guys some questions. So, let's learn from each other here. If you do have a channel, post what you do in the comments. Post what software you use, what equipment you use. Maybe we'll learn from each other in this video, and multiple people could get some insight on what we all do.
Next question is, what editing software do you use, and what camera do you use?
So, editing software. This is why this is a good video to kind of learn from, or maybe not, because there are a lot of good editing softwares out there. I mean, we know the big dogs using Final Cut. We know Adobe Premiere is another popular one. We use the very basic iMovie.
Yep, we have a MacBook Pro. We use the iMovie that comes free, so it's a free software. And for us right now, it's perfect.
It's extremely simple to use. And if I could use it, anyone could use it. I mean,
You're not the most tech savvy.
I can be when I try. But we are looking to maybe in the future step up our game. And one day we definitely want to use Final Cut. We know that's a really good software. It offers a lot of options.
Yeah, and I mean, we know a few people who use it, and their videos, they've got some really cool effects going on.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be something we try in the future.
And the two-parter to that question was the camera we use. As you could see, we have a Canon 80D.
Yep, so we decided to pick up the 80D. We went kind of for one of the top tier cameras.
Yep.
One reason being I was a photography major in college and I didn't have a camera, so kind of to kill two birds with one stone. It's beautiful for pictures, it's beautiful for video, so we decided to just go with that one, and I love it so far.
Yeah, it's a great camera. As you could tell from our earlier videos, we did use a cell phone.
And the cell phones work fine.
Yeah, they do. They work fine. I feel like the way me and you were like, you know what, if we really want to go for it, if we really want to make the next step into this YouTube world and to get, to get to a place where we want to be, we just said screw it, threw it on the Best Buy card.
Finance it for 2 years.
God for financing, it works good, no interest for 2 years, so we said screw it. So we got the Canon 80D, beautiful camera.
By all means, though, you do not have to spend $1,500 on a camera, because I think that's what it cost, $1499.99.
Yeah, you do not.
Canon makes a whole bunch of cameras. They make the Rebel series. You could use your cell phone. You could use a point and shoot, which brings us to our next what we think is more important than the camera itself.
Absolutely.
And that is the lighting. So we showed you our two soft boxes. We got them off Amazon. I think they were $75. And that, I think, is a better investment than the camera itself.
I would say so. I know most of us, we're all on a budget, right? And if you want to dive into this, YouTube video making process, the camera is not as important as the lights, because if you watch some of our earlier videos, you should have some fun. Go back in our catalog, watch some of our earlier videos, and compared to what we're doing now, they look pitch black. Like,
I know. Well, even when we shut the soft boxes off and you see just the lights that we were working with, our room becomes completely pitch black.
We had our cell phone, we had a little cell phone video making kit with a little dangling little mic and a little tripod. We had it mounted up on some books. We had a desk lamp next to it. And we were like, wow, this is good. This looks really good.
It looked really good, and we had to make sure we were kind of filming during the day so that we did get some of the natural light from the windows.
Terrible.
And yeah, it was a hot mess, I think. Now looking back,
that was in no way, shape, or form the camera's fault, the iPhone's fault, by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
We needed lights. We needed lighting, and lighting is way more important than the camera.
Your iPhone, your Samsung Galaxy phones, they can handle up to 4K video now. So the camera, that's not the issue. It's lighting. Lighting
for sure. I mean, if you have the budget and you could go for both lighting and the camera, then, then you're set. But, I mean, listen, for what you got, for what you could spend, you're on a budget. Lighting is the way to go.
Yep. So I guess that answers kind of a question. If you had to pick the lights or the camera, we would pick the lighting over the camera.
But we're psycho. One day we woke up and snapped,
And we went violently to Best Buy, bought the camera. But like I said, I also take photos on the side. I have a 4-year degree that I need to utilize.
And this is how you're utilizing that expensive piece of paper you got.
ridiculously expensive piece of paper.
Crippling piece of paper. But yeah, I mean, hey, we're using it now, right?
We are.
Look at
I
that.
do feel like I am somewhat using my education, which is very nice.
Very good.
All right. Next question. How much money in a week do you spend on Blu-rays during your movie trips and stuff? Well, the good thing is that I work at Best Buy, so
yes, that is a big help.
I usually just pick up what we need before I leave work, and we don't really, unless it's like a Target exclusive that we need, we don't really try to go anywhere else.
We try not to go too crazy. Maybe the one main release that comes out that week, or if there's a couple, maybe we pick up two. We try not to go way overboard.
And I think we've also gotten better because I can now look at a movie and I'm saying, am I gonna watch this soon? If I don't plan on watching it right away or within the next few weeks, I try to say, all right, maybe we should wait for a price drop.
Yeah,
now,
we try. Do we always do that?
No. No. And when it comes to like steelbooks and whatnot, we try to pick them up because you never know nowadays when it's going to be limited and when it's not going to be limited.
I mean, we're a sucker for those limited editions, as you could tell in most of our videos.
There are times and there are weeks where we double dip. We've triple dipped in the past.
But that was really, that's if we loved, absolutely loved the movie, you know?
Correct. And there's also a time where a movie is released and they release all the prior movies at the same time. And if you don't own all of them, then you end up picking them up.
Snag the whole collection at once.
For instance, the Underworld movies. I ended up violently buying every single steelbook so that the new steelbook would match.
We're suckers to these companies. But what are you going to do? It's what we do, right?
So in terms of spending, our minimum is probably about $20 because I think that's what a new release would cost nowadays. I mean, we try not to go too high, but...
And listen,
this varies.
This is how we justify it. We've said it in videos in the past, but just in case if you're a new subscriber or whatnot, you know, we're lucky, you know. We don't have a drug addiction, thank God. You know, we're not doing blow on the side. We don't smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day. We don't smoke. We don't do drugs. We are not heavy drinkers, although once in a while, maybe. And
we both have full-time jobs.
Yes.
So that helps.
This is our fix, if you will. Our addiction. Everybody has one. Some people have multiple. This is
Pops, vinyls.
Pops, vinyls, movies. So what are you gonna do? Everyone has their thing, and that's ours. So
all right.
Alrighty. Alrighty then.
Next question is, how long does it take you to record, edit, upload a video? And that varies. It varies. It depends on what type of video it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like this will be a little longer because it's a Q&A, a lot of, you know, cuts and this and that.
But this one might not be a cut as much as a review.
Yes.
We're pretty strict about the reviews. We try not to ramble on too much because we do. If you
reviews are a nightmare. Anyone that does movie reviews on YouTube will probably tell you that.
Yeah, you end up rambling about something and then you like think back and you're like, I don't need to ramble for 5 minutes on that.
I mean, it's really like we try to keep the movie reviews from anywhere from like 5 minutes to maybe 8 or 9 minutes max.
10 minutes max.
Because we don't, you know, for a long review, it just, I feel like with us anyway, we just repeat the same thing 3 different ways. And it's like, we said that, but in another way, and it's just like, you know, that's any YouTuber will tell you, review, where it's like, you know, edit enough videos of yourself, it's like, you just don't want to look at yourself anymore. It's kind of a nightmare. You're like, why are you saying that? Or the complete opposite, you say, why didn't I say that? How did I leave that out? You know, you'll watch someone else's review on the same movie.
I know.
And you're like, how did we miss that? You know?
Or even like sometimes you get so caught up talking in the characters and everything, you kind of forget to talk about like the whole plot of the movie.
I know.
I mean, we've done that before.
Oh, we have.
Normally, it just takes us a few hours to record the video, depending on how long it is. This one, obviously, like we said, it's going to be a little bit longer. Editing it could be anywhere from an hour plus.
Yeah, barring no technical difficulties, which, knock on wood, we haven't had many so far.
Yes, the one thing we did run into trouble in the beginning was we were running out of space on the computer because my laptop doesn't have too much space. We went out and bought a multiple terabyte hard drive, I think 4 or 5 terabyte hard drive, and now we are good to go.
Yes, for now.
For now.
Yeah, that's not too much, but it's pretty significant amount of time, you know?
And there are definitely YouTubers out there who spend
way more time than us.
You know, for reviewers who end up putting pieces of the trailer in, that definitely takes a lot more time, a lot more patience. We are very basic. We're simple.
We are basic. And we have thought about putting the trailer, and comment down below. I want to hear from you guys.
Do you prefer when reviewers have the trailer, pieces of the trailer, or do you
just say, all right, we saw the trailer, now just get on with the movie? You know, because that's something we've talked about, but we're always, you know, we don't want to get hit with the copyright
I feel like
BS
it's a
that's been
gray
going
area.
on, and especially with YouTube nowadays with they're
Rules.
cracking down on everything. It's like, do you guys prefer when you see bits of the trailer throughout the review, or no? Let us know down below, and you know, we'll take it into consideration.
Maybe we'll end up trying it one day.
Who knows? On to the next one.
On to the next one. What is the best video to get started with? Would it be collection videos, reviews, updates, etc.? This is kind of a tough question. Our very first video happened to be our anticipated movies of last year, so 2017, but that was because we started our channel in January, so we kind of took that opportunity.
So yeah, it was kind of our New Year's resolution to create a YouTube channel. You know, we've loved watching YouTube, you know, we still do, and we're like, you know what, let's do it. You know, let's jump right into it and see what happens.
I mean, in terms of what's best to start out with, it depends on what you're passionate about. Are you more on the collecting side? If you're not comfortable with doing reviews, you don't have to start off with a review. But what my advice would be is to see what is almost like trending. And so, for instance, obviously, a lot of people would have been doing their top anticipated movies of the year, that video, that month, because everybody's waiting for what's coming out in that upcoming year. But say Star Wars is trending, so maybe make a video about Star Wars. It doesn't have to be movie related. Say you have a whole Star Wars toy collection, show it off. You know, something to kind of, because people are searching for these things on the internet.
Yeah.
So if they're looking for Star Wars, they're gonna type Star Wars into YouTube, you want your video to pop up. That's where like tags and stuff come into play, but in the title. But you don't have to. You can do the complete opposite. Do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah, do what interests you. I mean, no matter what, your first video is gonna be dog shit. I'm throwing that out there. Your first video, unless you're super comfortable in front of the camera and if you've been doing this before, you know, your first video is not gonna be the best video. So I would start off with something very simple. Very simple. Till, you know, you build up, you know, humble beginnings, you know, you start with something small, you know, see how you like it, you know, get your editing down pat, get all the bells and whistles, you know, fine-tuned. You make slow progress each and every video, you know?
Very true. We have hopefully progressed through every video that we have made.
Yeah.
But what also for us works is that we have a variety of things that we like to talk about. Some people only like to do movie reviews. That is perfectly fine. Some people only like to do unboxings, and that's fine. But for us, what works for us is that we do reviews, we do our Blu-ray unboxings, collection videos, monthly updates.
Yeah.
We try to keep it consistent, but a mixed bag almost.
Yeah, kind of a mixed bag, but in the same ballpark.
How do you film your unboxing videos, and where is the camera set up?
We just showed you, we have a little snack stand we bought from Target. A little
$15, and it is multiple use. It's also my desk right now.
Yeah.
Because we had this gigantic desk in our room, but anyway, we set up the snack table, we move the camera a little bit closer, we raise it up, and then we angle it down. And
we're just basically behind the camera talking about the Steelbook or whatever we're giving an up-close unboxing to.
We do not move the lights. You know, everything is, we try to make it as simple as possible.
You know, we try to put quality out, but it's also very simple, you know, it's nothing.
Sometimes simple
nothing
is
crazy.
better.
It is, true. Sometimes the right answer's staring right in front of you.
All right, guys, this is the last question. What is the one piece of advice, or what is the most important thing for any channel? This is a good question. It's a really good question.
I would say, all right, two things are very, very important in our opinion. I would say quality. Number one would be quality. You want to put out good-looking videos, and you want to be consistent with your quality videos.
Consistency is definitely up there, number one and number two. You want people to look forward to your videos.
Even if you make one video a week, do that video the same day of that week. You know what I mean? Like, just build a little schedule for yourself if you can. Quality, consistency, for sure. Those are two biggies. Of course, but this is a given, guys. You want to be yourself, right? That's a given.
Don't be fake.
Don't be fake.
People can spot that shit.
People could pick up on your bullshit like that. And what I could say is, if it wasn't for all the positive feedback we were getting, even back when we were using our phone with no lighting, you know, we kind of fed off you guys. You know, we fed off the subscribers and people commenting saying, oh, great channel, great collection, blah, blah, blah. You guys really inspired us and pushes us each and every day to put out better videos, better quality, better whatever. We try to up our game anytime we can.
And it makes us just want to do more videos. And we're always, the gears are always turning. We're trying to figure out, oh, what would be a good video to do next? What would be a good video?
Exactly.
So we are always trying to improve, but definitely good advice, consistency, quality. And then that leads me into what I think is almost just as important, if not more important, and that is your interaction with people who subscribe to you. I can't stress how big social media is, and I know most of you know this. We sit on our phones almost all day. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. That is your advertising tool.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need to go to school and get a marketing degree anymore. I mean, if you have, but you know, that's great.
That's
it's
a
like,
bonus.
That's how I feel about photography, though. I have a degree in photography, but there are people out there who have never gone to photography school who take way better pictures than me. So you don't need a degree, I guess, anymore. But market your channel in a way that you want it to be seen. Be very active on your Twitter accounts, be active on Instagram. And that's not just consistently posting. Make sure you're responding to people who are talking back to you. Like, we, in our Facebook group, we try to get around to talking to everybody. We're just Joe Schmoes from the, you know, around the block. So we're nobodies. But we do still talk to everybody, and
yeah, I mean, you try to reach out to your community as much as possible, especially if they're reaching out to you. And like, what I would say about like also creating a channel, this goes back to doing something that you're passionate about or a certain topic, but take little bits and pieces of your favorite channels. Take, you know,
what do you like from this channel? What do you like from this channel? And, you know,
try to create it into one ball and put your flavor in, put your kind of twist into it, and there you go. That's what I'll say. I mean, listen, there is no person out there, I don't care what anybody says, that is totally original. You know, we're all drawing inspiration from certain people. It's what we do. You know, it's like, oh, I want to do something like that. I want to do that. I want to be like that guy. I know when I played baseball, half my time I want to be Jason Giambi. I'm not even a lefty, but I tried batting lefty. I tried to imitate the stance exactly as I could because I wanted to be that guy. So it's like you try to draw some inspiration that way. And yeah, I mean, I just got to shout out the Flick Pick. I always shout him out, but he is the guy that made movie collecting cool. That's where I drive my inspiration from, I will say, is when I discovered him, 7 years ago, I was like, man, I want to, you know, he's making movie collecting cool. He's reviewing movies like a normal person, like a normal guy would.
You just feel like you can relate and that you could almost be friends
Exactly.
with him,
so I could, yeah, 100%. So I was like, this guy, I mean, he's got it down. I feel like I want to do that, you know? And that's what sparked my interest in YouTube from years back.
You got to have a personality. You got to make it, like you said, you got to make it your own.
Make it personable.
Don't make it seem like you're reading a script with no type of emotion. You see us joking around all the time.
Yeah, don't be so monotone.
He does impressions all the time. I'm always laughing. I mean, if you saw some of the outtakes, you would laugh hysterically. But, I mean, you just got to be yourself. Don't be fake.
And another thing we could throw in there is probably another important tip. Don't be afraid to make a complete jackass of yourself.
And don't be afraid to express your opinion. If you are a movie reviewer and you hated the movie, don't like the movie just because it's getting great reviews. We know this. There are movies that we have reviewed that we weren't fond of that everybody's like, oh, we loved this movie. I mean, just be yourself.
And don't pay attention to any kind of trolls or any of that stuff. Listen, it's your opinion at the end of the day. Who is going to tell you what a good movie is and what a bad movie is? One of my favorite movies of all time is Little Nicky. And believe me, I've been gotten a lot of shit for that. But hey, what are you going to do? You're going to tell me what a good movie is? It's all a matter of how you take it in and what it is to you. And just don't be afraid, you know, put your spin on things. I'm always tired of channels that talk about the same 3 movies. You know, I like hearing little, oh shit, he's talking about that movie. I didn't know anyone knew about that movie. I like that kind of stuff. So I mean, that's just something, yeah. All right, guys, so hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes Q&A video. And guys, let me reiterate, we do not have all the answers.
We don't have it figured out, and the only reason why we decided to do this is because a lot of you have asked us questions that we feel like would just make for a good video.
And the YouTube community, I mean, and the community we associate with, it's all about, you know, helping the next guy and trying to, you know, any information that you could pass on to the next guy, you know, you try to help each other out. And this was a way that we thought we could do that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, you know, we're trying to repost, you know, others' reviews and videos, but, you know, if you guys can learn something from us, that would be awesome. If you don't and you think we're a bunch of jerks, then sorry. But
yeah.
we just want to try to help out anybody who might be stuck, who they don't feel motivated, but you could do it. I mean, if we could do it,
if
you
us
could do it.
Jackasses could do it, you guys can. And last piece of advice. You have to ask yourself this very big question. And that question is, would you watch your channel? Is this something that you would watch on a daily basis? And if so, congratulations, you've made it. But you got to be honest with yourself and be honest with your channel. Is this up to par with some of the big guns? And I'm not saying you're going to have the subscribers count or the interaction, because that's insane. That's like, they did good. They did good for themselves. But you do want to try to emulate them in a way, not copy them, but you want to try to, whatever their quality is, their video quality and how they're doing things, you know, be like, you want to be like the big guys, you know, you do. You try to be as best as you possibly can if you're in this seriously, you know, if you're in this just for, you know, you're not totally serious about it and you want to shoot a video here and there showing off your collection, then that's perfectly fine. But if you really want to try to make it, or I mean, we don't know what we're trying to do. We're just trying to put out the best possible video as we can. So it's not bad to look up to those kind of people and just to be honest with yourself on if you would watch your own content. And if you would tune in every week or whatever, then you're set.
I agree. I think that's some really good advice. I take a look at our videos and we do. I rewatch our videos sometimes and
I go, oh, this sucks. We suck. Why did I say that? but
I mean, it does happen. You're always
happens all the time.
The worst critic is always going to be yourself.
Yeah.
But you have to just make sure that it's something that you would want to, if you were searching around on YouTube or the internet, that you would watch. You would stop and watch.
100%. That's it.
That's about it, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for checking out our videos. We really do appreciate it. Leave us a comment below with any advice that you might have for us. We're always looking for advice.
100%.
We try to take all of the advice that we get and turn it into something so that, you know...
Turn it into quality, right? We try to put out quality content as much as we can, and... we have a blast doing it. That's another thing. You gotta have fun.
You have to have fun. Be passionate about it. Own it. You just have to be confident.
Be confident in looking like a jackass.
Correct. Don't be cocky, but be confident. There is a difference.
Yes.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
See you later.